take a listen to the first 8 measures of this Mozart piano sonata. This is K333, the third movement. Take a listen to the first 8 measures and count how many cadences you hear. So you can listen and repeat this if you need to, but before you move on to the rest of the video, locate the cadence or cadences that are in this example and identify them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so if you're back, hopefully you've identified 2 cadences that are in this example. The first cadence is here in measure 4. Hopefully you identified this as a half cadence in the key of B flat, which we are in. So there's a nice F major triad that finally resolves and arrives on beat 2. Notice we're going to cut time on beat 2 of measure 4. By the way, this B flat, what would that be if this were we were doing a full harmonic analysis? This would be a cadential 6/4 moving to 5, but no resolution to 1 before we get a repeat. And then we move through, and then we get a cadence here at the downbeat of measure 8. In this case, a perfect authentic cadence. Why perfect? Well, it's going 5 to 1, root motion 5 to 1, and the uppermost voice, or you might say the soprano, but the uppermost voice ends on scale degree 1, so a perfect authentic cadence. So what we have in this example are 2 phrases. In those 2 phrases, first phrase ends with a half cadence, and the second phrase ends with a perfect authentic cadence. This is typically what we refer to as a period structure. A period is any time you have 2 phrases in which the first phrase ends in a weaker cadence than the second phrase. Or another way to put it, the second phrase will end with a stronger cadence than the first phrase. In some cases, you could have cadences of equal value. So let's say this example ended with a half cadence in measure 4, but also ended with a half cadence in measure 8. We might still call that a period structure. So equally weighted cadences, or the most common thing you'll encounter is a weak cadence followed by a strong cadence.